Hello friends, welcome back to Rose Tarot and Astrology. I'm your host Mel Rose, and this is your two-card reading for Saturday, November 18, 2023. The Sun and Mars are in Scorpio, where yesterday they had their once every 2 years cazimi or conjunction. They appeared to occupy the same place in the sky from our perspective. And that's a pretty fiery vibe, pretty combustible. We might have struggled with some restlessness yesterday or some irritability. It's supposed to be this really big push of momentum toward our goals, right? It's very empowering and it makes us active. But it's funny, I listened to Nadia Shah and she was saying that it actually might make some of us feel pretty tired. And that's where I was yesterday with the cazimi, was just feeling pretty wiped out, still moving forward, still taking care of business, but that fiery vibe it was like overstimulating or something. So if you want to know anything more about the astrology that's going on right now, you can look at my channel. The video is probably right next to this one. So if you like this video, subscribe to the channel and click for notifications. You'll know every time I post a new daily astrology or tarot video. And with that, let's go ahead. Thank you all for being here today. Everything is fine. The Ten of Swords, it looks pretty doom and gloom. And often when you get there, it can feel kind of doom and gloom, or it can just kind of feel, this person is laying here sort of just scrolling. So it can also just sort of feel like a lack of energy. That's kind of how I was feeling yesterday. Not as though I had been stabbed in the back 10 times, though. Something happens here where we have come to the end of a path, and it might be the end of a path with some people, because swords have to do with the way we use our words and our plans. We might come away from a situation feeling just completely done with it, right? And really as though we don't want to be a part of it anymore. And sometimes it takes a little time to just sort of lay down or do what you need to do and process the fact that, like, well, all of that just happened, and now I'm gonna get ready to move on. But the 10 is the end, not the beginning. So this is the part where we do feel sort of drained and tired and just really not wanting to deal with all of these all of these anxieties, all of these stressors, all of these things that we worry about right now. Okay, the world is pretty chaotic and everybody's very busy. This time of year, as the nights grow longer, we actually tend to get a lot busier. There's more stuff we want to attend to. So I'm also getting a message from here that just says, when you get a chance to rest and relax, just take the time and do it and say, everything is fine. If like, oh, I should be in there doing the dishes, but I really just want to lay down for 15 minutes. Just lay down for 15 minutes. The dishes will be there for you when you get back, okay? And then the Ten of Cups. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so, we got 2 tens for one thing. So this is really like the end of a cycle in some way. So perhaps that's what that cazimi has brought on, is like the momentum to push forward after we come to this point of completion. I was definitely very tired yesterday and feeling like tomorrow's a new day. I can probably have more energy and care to give to the world tomorrow than I did today, and I do feel that way today. So everything is fine, friends, and also everything is going to be fine. The Ten of Cups is that ultimate expression of emotional fulfillment, emotional security, whatever your version is of, the happy couple with the children playing nearby and the house on the hill and the river running by it, right? Rainbow overhead. Take the time to appreciate what this moment has for you in terms of emotional fulfillment. In other words, take the time to think about and even articulate what it is that you feel grateful for. My wife and I have a practice where we lay down to go to sleep at night, and we talk about the things that we're grateful for. It's like keeping a gratitude journal, but we don't take the time out to write it down. We just say it out loud to one another, the things that we're grateful for. So, these are really kind of opposite. They're really kind of opposing sentiments. They're both sort of completions of cycles, but one is just like, this was exhausting and very worrisome, and perhaps there were like interactions that weren't very fun that had that led us to here. Okay, this is about the words that people have said and the machinations that we go through to sort of get things the way we want them, and sometimes it works out well for us, and sometimes it doesn't. This doesn't feel like a very good card, but at least what when you get here is like, okay, this is the end of that cycle, and pretty soon I'm going to be able to get up off of the ground and move forward. And then the Ten of Cups says, it is here to say that emotional fulfillment is possible. And hey, we can even contain both things, okay? As people, we usually don't just feel one way about things or think one way about things. And we don't have just one thing going on in our life, right? We have multiple things going on in our lives. So, this is a time of year really when we're like celebrating and we're lighting up the night, and it's really gorgeous and loving in terms of the spirit of that people have of, wanting to come together and support one another and be very kind and just, get ourselves through the colder days of the year, sort of, with attention to one another's needs, right? And at the same time, it's a time of year when a lot of people have experienced a lot of loss. It's a time of year when, people who are experiencing poverty or deprivation of some kind really can tend to go through it, because it's just more stressful when it's cold outside and you don't have as many hours in the day to get things done. So not that you don't have any. Anyway, yes, you have the same number of hours, but I'm saying that the nights are longer and we just tend to be more tired, lower energy this time of year, right? Okay, so yes, we can hold both things at the same time, and that's, I think the reminder that we're supposed to get here. And like, when you're feeling this, remember this, okay? You're always going to be able to come back to this. Like, it's almost like the human mind is hardwired to struggle with the things that it can't work out or that feel unresolved, right? But this is the resolve in your life, okay? Even if particular items, particular situations, conversations, relationships don't ever come to a place of resolve, the way you find that sense of resolve is remembering what it is in your life that does have that that making sense, right? That fulfillment where we feel emotionally well about a thing, and we understand, we know for a fact that it's good for us, right? So remember what you're grateful for when you're struggling. That is the overall message. Yes, we can be struggling and grateful at the same time. It's amazing if you try it, because it really helps you realize that, everything is really fine. Okay, friends, I think that's all I have to say about it today. Thank you so much for showing up for this reading today, and I will catch you all in the next video.